Super Mario Galaxy is a video game that I really, really love. I think that was the very first game I ever played, like ever. Like I had like a cheap version of the Nintendo. It wasn't really, I couldn't really call it a Nintendo 64. It was like one of those games that my mom got me, or game console my mom got me, and it was very retro, very like first time game type thing. But I enjoyed it. It had one, I think either 80 games already downloaded on there, 100. But I was able to play a lot of old games. There was this old Batman game I loved. There was this old shooting game that I really liked, but the one game I really loved to play was Super Mario, and they had the very like old retro, like almost looking like paper or like not even three-dimensional type of Mario game on there, and I played that a billion times. This was when I was very young. This was way before the Wii, but right when we get to the Wii, I played Wii Sports. I played everything, but the one game I really wanted to play was Super Mario Galaxy. I love that game. I finished it a little while ago, like I want to say 7 years ago, and the game came out when I was like, I think 9 or 10. I forgot when. But either way, really loved it. Remember a lot of the game. Remember the sound bites. And let me tell you, this movie did a very good job of making it as accurate as possible to the game. Like with the sound bites, with the soundtrack, which I really fell in love with when I heard the like theme playing whenever it showed the beginning theme of the game. Even when they were at the festival in the movie, it was so cool to hear that theme playing in the background of, I think it was the little light festival they had, but it was just so much nostalgia for me. I was in love. Also, I was in love with the colors of this movie. This looked incredible. I know a lot of people are, and I'm going to get to that in a little bit, were complaining about different stuff, but let's be for real. The animation is unbelievable. Like, Illumination does a very good job with this movie, and I was just unbelievably impressed. Like, I had a very fun time with my friends watching it. I had a very fun time with everybody else in the crowd watching it. There were a lot of kids, but also a lot of adults in the crowd. We got to watch it in IMAX, and it looked incredible on a big screen, but I had a lot of fun. I think that's the most important thing with this movie. Like, I think people forget this is a video game movie that they're trying to make an adaptation for. I don't know if the whole mission is to like beat everybody else. I think it's just to give us entertainment. And that's what I felt with this movie. Just getting into some negatives real quick. Let me slow it down. Big complaint I was hearing, and I try to stay away from the complaints because 3 years ago, Super Mario Bros. Comes out. Everybody's complaining about the story, this and that, saying it's, not all that. Let's remember these movies are built for kids. Like, I know my generation played Super Mario Galaxy and all that, and I know there's a generation that played Super Mario Bros., the original one. But once again, this is an animated cartoon movie for kids. Like, I'm not like, I'm going in not even expecting a crazy story. I'm expecting just some Super Mario parkour, go to different worlds, do some crazy stuff, eat a mushroom type of stuff. That's all I'm expecting. With kids, they probably didn't even play the games. They probably have. Maybe they have a version on Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Switch 2, whatever they have now. But they probably played whatever game was right there. They didn't have what we have. So they're still new to this. I know they're still building the world. I know it's a Nintendo universe they're trying to make, but this is something still new to so many kids. There's probably kids who haven't even played on Nintendo Switch, anything. And they probably were just like, this looks so cool, let's watch it. That's the whole point. I don't know why everybody's so angry about like the biggest complaint, movies super short. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Last time I checked, when it comes to animated movies, a lot of them are an hour 30, a lot of them are hour 40. If it even gets hour 50 or 2 hours, that's a blessing. Because I love animated movies. Like, it's cool to see people come up with this stuff. But remember, this is built for kids. A lot of them, and I'm not trying to make fun of kids, I'm just saying, a lot of them don't have the attention span to be in a theater for 2 hours or 2 hours and 30 minutes and just focus on a story. They want to see a really bright movie with some really bright colors, and they want to see some crazy, like, whether it's action, whether it's crazy, funny, silly moments, that's what they want to see. And I mean, right now, Super Mario's doing well. Like, I think that's really cool. But I just want to say, it did feel short. It did feel short. But it honestly impressed me how they still told some type of story while having all of what they had in the movie in it. Like that really impressed me. Like, the pace they were going, and the fact that we still knew exactly what was going on. It wasn't just like we went away from a story and then they forget about that and they jump to the next one and then we're left there like, well, what about this? What about that? We were still on the ride, still going the same like way the whole time. And I thought that was very cool. Like, yeah, there was a character over here, there was a character over there. But in the first movie, that was the same way. Luigi was over here, Mario was over there, and they met. This movie, Peach is over here, Mario's over here, Bowser's over here, Rosalina's over here. Like, a lot of that, but still conjoined together in a very cool way, in a very fast pace. That impressed me. I was able to pay attention to it, but I was also just too locked in on all the worlds they were trying to go to, all the worlds they were getting to. Like when they, spoiler alert, when they went to the little bee planet. I love that planet when I was playing the games, the Super Mario Galaxy game. Loved being a little bee Mario. I was kind of bummed that he didn't turn into a bee, but hey, it's going to be future movies. I'm not tripping. But I just really love the fact that we went to a lot of different worlds. I like how even the one thing I really wanted to see, because I love in Super Mario Galaxy when you do land on a planet and you get to go around that planet as Mario, and you have to look because sometimes there's enemies on the planet there, like whether it's a mushroom, whether it's a little worm traveling through the dirt, something like that. It's really cool to actually see a moment where they had him, Yoshi, Peach, and Luigi travel through after they hit the star. Like that was the most important thing. I love that soundbite when Mario jumps, or when you finish a world and the star shows up. And you gotta spin the Wii remote, and all you hear is woo, and then boom, he just gets shot up like a cannon. That happened twice in this movie, and I was very happy. If that didn't happen, I would have been sad because that's my favorite part. That's my favorite part of Super Mario Galaxy. Little star that just whooshes you off like a cannon, and then you traveling through, whether you're going through a little water planet, even sliding through on the side looking at another planet. When you land on that new planet and you just circle around it, it's so fun. But that's what happened in this movie a couple times, and I went, ooh, this is cool. Yes, I will say, once again, I just went on a huge rant. It's built for kids. Story shouldn't be important. But the story did feel like it took a step back from the first movie. The first movie felt like a little bit more of Some of You Follow, and it felt more focused. This one, it's not like it wasn't focused. It just felt very short and very simple, which I'm okay with. But at the same time, if I am comparing it to the first one, wasn't as good. It wasn't. But I still was impressed. I still was. The cameos that they had in this movie, obviously, one of them was ruined by us. It was still awesome to see him show up. And that person, spoiler alert, is Fox. When Fox shows up, my theater still got lit. I was very lit because it was awesome. He's working on a spaceship. He's getting asked to fly Peach and Toad off to a galaxy, I believe. Help him. It's dangerous. And he's like, I can do it. That was tough. That was awesome. I was very excited when that happened because Fox is one of my favorite characters. But there were a couple other characters that I remember when I was playing Super Smash Bros. That showed up in this movie, and I cannot remember who they were. I remember my friends were freaking out. I just remember seeing them. I don't remember their names, but makes me more and more think 1000% that they're going to make a Super Smash Bros. Movie. I really feel like it's going to happen. And if it does happen, that will be awesome. I hope that it happens. I would love to see what that type of movie would look like. Because I think when I got back from theaters, I did see some people watching the first movie again. And watching that Donkey Kong versus Super Mario fight was still really cool to me again. But seeing the place that they were fighting in and how that worked, I instantly thought they really can do a Super Smash Bros. Thing. There really could be a tournament pitting all these different characters together that I can see on the big screen. Question is, how would you do it? Would you do the original Super Smash Bros. Or would you try to conjoin all these other like new characters and these new Super Smash Bros. That they've been making into one? Because I know there's Brawl, I know there's Ultimate, but I'm wondering how many characters you can do in this. I'm trying to remember the main characters that you had in the original one, because I played the Nintendo 64 version of it, and I knew that one a lot more than Brawl and Ultimate. But I really do think it's going to happen, and I think that would be very awesome. I know there's rumors about Donkey Kong spinoff still happening. I'm not sure. I haven't heard any other news besides that. I just heard it's most likely in development, but I'm still going to be seated for that one. Like, once again, this is my childhood. Got to see it. But I'm wondering what other stuff they can do, because these movies, let's be for real, and I hate to be a guy who talks about the box office, but it's making a bunch of money. Like, the first weekend for Super Mario Galaxy, it made $370 million. That is incredible. It was tracking there in 350. It made $20 million more. They're going to make more movies. The money is there. I think Super Mario, the first one, made $1.5 billion or $1.4 billion, which is insane to me still. But no matter what, I think they should do it. Like, only other small thing I would say, please, maybe make it a bit longer. Maybe a bit. If you can't, try to figure out a way to get these movies out a little faster. Super Mario Bros. Came out in 2022 or 2023, and then now we getting in 2026. Like, I know I always say for Avatar, I can wait because I love it, but I feel like with Super Mario, it's a little different because this is something shorter. I know animation's very hard, but I think for these movies, I'm feeling a little bit more towards it should come out a little quicker. It should. But I know it's hard. I know Illumination, they take a long time with the animation. Their animation looks incredible. Like, I would put it up there too with Sony Pictures or Sony Animated Pictures, because they do a good job. Like, the Minions movies look good. Despicable Me, what's it called? Sing, all that looks good. And I know it takes time, but with Super Mario, with the money it's making and everything, and all the fandom that is there, I just really do think there should be a little bit more urgency to make it a little bit quicker. Maybe just a year quicker or something. I know that's a lot to ask for, but I would love that. I would love it. If people can wait, then I'll go with it and be like, people can, then I'll wait. But I don't know. I just think this movie, as cool as it was, as fast as it was, wanted a little bit more. Just a little bit. But still very fun to watch. If I had to give my official rating on this, 1 out of 10, I would give it a 7. I would. The first Super Mario Bros. Movie, I gave it a 7 as well. If I watch it again, I might go a little bit higher. But this one, I'm going to keep it on the same level as Super Mario Bros. Like, it was cool. It looked incredible. I love that this was about the galaxy and you did travel to the places from the games. But I do have to knock it a little bit because it is shorter. And I don't think it was as funny as the first one, too. But still, I love that we're getting this type of world with this type of animation. And I also love that we know there's going to be more. I don't know if there has been a panel to showcase. I don't know if Nintendo does anything or if Illumination does anything. I don't know if they've showcased some stuff or ideas on what the plan is for Super Mario, but I would love to see like a game plan for it, because I know this is one of the cinematic universes you have to have. Like, you have to. And whether it's a Princess Peach spinoff movie, whether it's something with Toad, whether it's combining with Sonic, I know that was a little bit of a rumor. I doubt that will happen, but I would love for it to happen. But I would love to see something with that. I would love to see a map. Where are we going? And if it's Super Smash Bros., yep. If we get a Fox spinoff too, I'm a freak out. Like, I would love that movie. But I'm just impressed with this movie. Yes, it was fast, but it was impressive how they still had the story going and you could still follow. And I just really love the animation. Like, the parkour was insane. I think Bowser was okay in this one. Thought he was better in the first one. But this was still an impressive movie. And yeah, 7 out of 10. Somebody asked me before, and I thought it was a really good question. Would I choose the Sonic universe or the Super Mario universe? And that is tough. That is very tough. Because once again, these Super Mario Bros. Movies aren't bad at all. They're actually really cool, really good. But with Sonic, it just does... I love not even just the cameos, just the way Sonic is, the way Sonic looks, the way Sonic moves, and all these characters. And the fact that they have Jim Carrey as stinking Robotnik or stinking Eggman, A+ to me. So I thought about it. I'm going to choose the Sonic universe over Super Mario, but I'm still very glad that we have both of these movies killing it in the box office, killing it with the fans, and still continuing to make movies. But I got to go with Sonic. Like, I can't wait for Sonic 4, but I can't wait to see what the heck is going on with Super Mario, because that third movie, it's almost like Avatar with these movies. Like, you can't stop Super Mario. You can't. It's going to make another billion. It's going to be awesome. But I have fun with these movies, and I hope all of you guys do too. And I would love to hear exactly what you all thought about this movie. Like, I would love to see you guys watch it on the biggest screen ever, because I watched it in the IMAX. But if you guys have a 4D theater close to you, I think you would have incredible fun watching this in 4D. And even in Dolby or whatever, like, just go out to theaters and watch it. Even if you're watching in standard, it's still a good time. Like, I know you would have a lot of fun, unless you just really don't enjoy fun. You're the fun police, or you want a serious story and you want to go watch Super Mario for some reason. But just go have fun with this movie. This is a fun time. This is so fun. Go with your friends. If you want to go on a date and watch it, by all means, go. Just hope that, she or he got a sense of humor. But it was really nice to watch this movie, and I hope you guys have a good time watching it too. 7 out of 10.